talking to Jerry Carroll from Belfast, who's organising a protest against the G8 summit. So Jerry, what is the response from people in Belfast?
I think the response from Belfast, I mean, officially from all the parties and the politicians and the media, is to say that the G8 coming to Belfast and Fermanagh is a good thing, and they're kind of throwing about figures to say it's going to generate £40 million, it's going to generate £700 million, although this isn't being proven anywhere. But on the ground, a lot of people are very, very cynical, and at the same time there's a lot of dislike and hatred of the kind of policies that the G8 represent. They're seen by a lot of people as people who are instigating wars, instigating austerity, and there's a lot of people in Belfast, Fermanagh and across the north, as well as across Ireland, that will be gathering to protest against the G8 for those reasons.
So there's been some stories in the paper about the police and about the army bringing in drones and all this kind of stuff. So what do you think they really mean by all this?
Well, they're clearly trying to scare and intimidate people, and that is quite severe. I mean, they're saying there's going to be 7,000 personnel policing the G8, and that's going to include 3,500 cops from the north and 3,500 cops from England, as well as the army and drones, and it's quite severe. I think what it's about is it exposes obviously what the police do. They exist and they work to protect the rich and protect the wealthy. But I think more than that, what it's about is to try and intimidate people in the north about protesting generally. So like the issues of health cuts around the bedroom tax. I think this sort of security operation for the G8 is something that we want to try and normalise and bring in. So if there's another sort of explosion of anger around a particular issue, then they'll be able to wheel out these kind of undemocratic attacks on civil liberties. And like one of the most sort of shocking points about it is that, as well as 350 spaces being made specifically for protesters in McGabry. I mean, it's quite simple. I mean, they can just provide 8 cells in McGabry and put the G8 in there, because the G8 are the real criminals. But what they're doing as well is they're opening courts on Sundays to sentence and charge protesters. So for a long time it was established in the north that swings and play parks couldn't open Sundays, but now they're saying it's okay to have court sessions and to prosecute protesters on Sundays. So I think it's an absolute disgrace, something I think that the activists involved in protesting against the G8 will be highlighting.
So what impact will the summit have on the north?
I think very much it'll be a flash in the pan. I mean, like I said, the politicians are trying to say that this is going to be wonderful, this is going to regenerate the economy, this is going to provide jobs, and even if it does provide jobs, it'll be very, very few for very few people. But what it's about and why it's important, I think, for the north, is that what the G8 represents is neoliberalism, is an attack on public services, is the promotion of free markets and the interest of corporations. And in the north, that same policy is what's being pushed by Stormont, and you have the call for corporation tax to be cut in line with the south, and you have the possibility of the bedroom tax being implemented, which will affect thousands of working class and poor people. So I think the policies of the G8, the policies which the G8 represent, will actually be the severe detriment of the people in the north, and only people who benefit from the policies of the G8 globally will be the rich and the wealthy, and will be seen in the north.
It's time for another good idea, bad idea. Good idea. Bad idea.